Witch of Jasmine, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a reading for Virgo moons. My voice kind of cracked there. How are you guys doing? I hope you're doing well. It's nice to see you. This one. Alright, as I'm shuffling out these cards, I invite you to take some deep breaths, to calm yourself, ground yourself, center yourself, get comfy. Hope your January is going pretty well. Mine is very cold, but that's okay. Oh. There we go. All right. Virgo moon, let's take a look at your cards. So starting with the Oracle card, we have Love with Tomato. Oh, and that's in Water and Libra. All right, and then for your tarot cards, we have Nine of Pentacles reversed, the Emperor reversed, Temperance reversed, Page of Chalices, aka Page of Cups, Ten of Wands reversed, and the Wheel of the Year reversed, aka Wheel of Fortune reversed. So for this reading, I actually want to start over here with this Temperance reversed and this Wheel of the Year reversed. So the wheel in tarot, it's an old pagan symbol for life. So essentially, if you can imagine this top of the wheel being good times in life when things are going well, and the bottom being more difficult times, right? This wheel is always turning, right? It's a symbol for the ups and downs in life. But the really important thing to take away from that is the fact that this wheel is always turning, right? There's always ups and there's always downs, and up and down and up and down. And it's always just going and going and going and going, right? And there's nothing any of us can do to stop that, right? Meaning that no one's life is only ups and no one's life is only downs, right? It's a mixture of both. And being that we have this Temperance reversed up here, that's an imbalance of something. So I feel like, given that this is reversed, you may be struggling to feel some optimism. You may be feeling like you're just in this perpetual low and you can't quite seem to get out of that. Now, I also want to say too, I think that is specifically in relation to relationships right now, some relationship of some kind, whether that be with a friend, some of your family, a partner, whatever, given that we have this Love card here. I think there may be someone who, oh my gosh, I'm like trying to be careful because I have a little problem with my Virgo moon videos where I feel like I tend to just give you the same message over and over, and I promise it's not on purpose. I really try to keep astrology and that kind of bias out of my readings, but I swear with you Virgo moons, it's always the same kind of thing. So, but I mean, it's what the cards are saying, you know. But it essentially boils down to, I think you're overthinking things and worrying too much. And the problem is that with this specific relationship, I think you might be feeling I assume it's coming from a place of fear, right? Kind of looking for the problems in what's going on and therefore self-sabotaging, right? There is no perfect relationship, right? Like I said, it's impossible to have these highs all the time. There's always going to be some issue, some problem. Or, well, let me rephrase that. Those kinds of things will always come up with every relationship, right? Meaning that nothing is perfect, but that doesn't mean that we should overthink them, right? And dwell on that stuff too much. Because like I said, that kind of leads to a more self-sabotaging kind of situation. Now, we're seeing that really play out here with this Emperor reversed and the Ten of Wands reversed. Ten of Wands is such an interesting card because, you know, in the story of Ace to Ten of Wands, Ace is the beginning of something and 10 is the end of it, right? It's having that thing that you want. But the problem with Ten of Wands is that there's this feeling of feeling overburdened and overwhelmed, right? Like, for example, if we're talking about a partner here, like a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a spouse, whatever. Like, yes, you have found this great person and, you know, your goal was achieved in this sense of being in a relationship. But it's like now that you have this thing that you've wanted, it feels like it's like as good as that is, it's still brought on a whole other number of problems, right? Like when I explain this card, I like to give the example of a job, right? Where you've gone to school, you've built up this resume, and you've been working really hard to get this dream job, and then you finally get it, but then it's actually a lot more difficult than you thought it would be, you know? And that can be frustrating and maybe even have you like second guessing if this is something you actually wanted, right? That's the energy we're talking about here. Now it's manifesting as this Emperor reversed, which is a very controlling and dominating type of energy, right? So what's happening is because of this fear that you have of, oh, hi, Halen. My cat wants to say hello. Because of this fear that you have of, you know, any little thing being a huge problem, it's getting to this point where you might be a bit controlling, right? But it's for the purpose, I believe, of wanting things to be good, right? But like I'm saying, it turns into a situation where you're creating big mountains out of small hills, right? It's not that big of an issue. And again, I really think that this is all just kind of coming from a place of fear and maybe some pessimism. Not necessarily anything malicious. The thing is, though, I just was kind of sitting for a minute trying to figure out what this Nine of Pentacles reversed here is doing. And I think it's specifically here, so I can give you the little disclaimer of the solution is not to just pretend that everything's okay, right? Because that's what Nine of Pentacles is largely about, is pretending like things are better than they are, right? About being disingenuous and hiding the problems and stuff like that. That's absolutely not what I'm telling you to do here. Or not me, but the cards that's not the answer to this. You have this Page of Chalices here, which is telling you, you know, how to move forward. But I would like to pull another card just to try and get a little more specific, because that card is a tiny bit vague in this case. So what's our solution here? What should you keep in mind moving forward? Page of Pentacles, interesting. Page of Chalices and Page of Pentacles. I'm trying to figure out the best way to phrase this. But I think what this is, I mean, given that we have 2 page cards here, I think what this reading is really encouraging you to do is to let yourself feel that optimism, to let yourself like feel that hope and that excitement, and to look on the bright side. Because I think by searching for the problems and analyzing them and all of that, you're doing that for the purpose of solving them, right? But of course, there's a fine line between, you know, thinking through a problem in order to find a solution and then fixing it and then moving on. Sorry, has this been crooked that whole time? Oh, I don't know if maybe Cheralyn messed with that. I'm sorry, I just noticed that. Versus just ruminating on a problem, right? And I think that by, as vague as this sounds, I'm sorry, but just letting yourself be excited, maybe be a little more willing to give the benefit of the doubt, you know, something along the lines of, if somebody's telling you they're not mad at you, they're probably not mad at you. You know, if you think that there may be a problem, sometimes there actually just isn't a problem, you know? And again, that doesn't mean hiding how you feel or burying how you feel or any kind of fakeness or being disingenuine, but maybe think of it more as looking on the bright side. And at the very least, you know, don't worry about things that haven't happened yet. You know, or problems that may or may not arise. Because I think in that case, that's how you lead to this, which is just driving yourself crazy. Well, could be. Sometimes. Not always, of course. So, okay, Virgo moons. I hope I didn't make this sound too complicated. I think it's quite simple to just try and look on the bright side a little bit more, because there really isn't any, Cheralyn, there really isn't any part of this that's making me feel like there is a huge issue, right? I think it's more so trying to stay balanced in that way, you know? So, Cheralyn, sorry, she's messing with my setup and this, oh my gosh. Anyway, Virgo moons, if you have any questions, Cheralyn, if you have any questions about this reading, which is now all jumbled up, or if you'd like any part of this clarified, please let me know. You can leave a comment or you can just reach out to me, whichever you prefer. If there's any part of this reading, any card that you're feeling particularly drawn to, or if you'd like to know it more about, I have officially posted every single card on the YouTube Shorts part of my channel, explaining every single one, the symbolism in them, what they mean upright, what they mean reversed. As of yesterday, I've posted every single one. I have over 200 of those videos, so highly recommend you take a look there if you want to learn more about any of the cards. Which, granted, I will have a whole new batch of them coming out. I made a little community post about it, but so I'm not done with those yet. I really like making and posting those, but for now, it's all that information is out there. So anyway, Virgo moons, I'm wishing you so much luck with this. Oh my gosh, how many times did she knock this over? Anyway. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye!